Okay.
Hello. Hey. All right. So we got a great email out and we have some bundles that are coming. This first one that you see on the screen is Clear Intentions. It's targeting your blemishes. So what's really great about it is it's just taking a cleanser, a base, and an active and putting it together in a great bundle for you. I don't know the price on this or the savings on it, but we
I
will
think
have,
that's the 59.95 and it's a 64.80 value. And
yeah.
this is great. Like, this is what my daughter is using right now. This is what Joanna recommended for her. Like, she's 12 and she's got terrible hormonal acne. And Joanna said, do 9 drops of the number 10 in the morning and 9 drops in the evening. Now, she's not doing that, but she's doing it sometimes. And wow, what a difference I'm seeing. I know, Tony, your daughter is too. So I think this, if I had to guess, this will be our top bundle seller.
I
I
agree
think
so as well.
for sure.
And so you guys know that's kind of where the idea came from was Fred gave Kelly and I both this bundle for our daughters when we met him in Texas. And because I was sharing her results, I did like a little cart to share with friends that were like, well, how do I get just that? And so that started the conversation, which wound up all of these wonderful bundles that we have. So
Yeah.
It
Okay.
And I kept
next.
saying, we need actives. We need bundles and an active, right? Because we have our Glow Trio bundle. I'm like, but these are temporary. These are while supplies last
Or through June 15th.
or
Yes.
through June 15th. Okay. So, Radiance Ritual. Is anyone using active number 4?
It's a good
Anyone?
one.
You can put it in the comments. Oh, I think I am sometimes. I'm a little confused right now on my actives, but yeah.
This
Yeah.
is like your all over complexion. Like if you want to have a glow, they were going to call it like a glow bundle.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm using 2, 4, and something else. Go ahead.
So yeah, so Thirst Aid, which we love, you know, Chat GPT helped out with some of these names, which are super fun. So Thirst Aid, of course, is your hydration bundle, right? So it you have in there the exfoliant, a smooth cream, and the active concentrate number one, which is hydration. So that's going to be a good one.
I would love to see as we look at these in the comments or as we go through these in the comments, put in there what you think you're going to sell the most out of. Like,
Yeah,
because what do you think our number one seller is going to be? Both Tony and Kelly say the acne one.
I agree. I think so too.
I really like the hydration one, but again, we're looking at different, we all have different target audiences, right? So,
Well, and this could be this one right here, the peace out redness. This one very much could be for your people that are like, gosh, I'm really nervous to try. I've got sensitive skin. And, you know, I'm not sure if it's going to work for me. This would be what you can recommend for them. It's not going to be a ton of ingredients, and it's going to be that sensitivity cream that really targets inflammation in the skin and good for people with who think they have sensitive skin.
mhm.
So yeah.
Hello, you talking to me? Sun Undo. Heck yeah.
This will
Um,
be another top seller.
yeah, I think so too. The number 2, which is for our dark marks, that base cream, the fondant, what do we call it? Is that the smooth one?
Velvety. It's the
The
velvety.
velvety?
Hmm.
And then the exfoliating cleanser. And remember, you can leave that on like 3 times a week for 5 minutes, and the papaya extract enzymes are going to do the exfoliating for you. So you're not scrubbing the crud out of your face. That one's a really good one.
And if you haven't heard this already, the exfoliating does not feel like exfoliating. When
Not
I
at all.
got it, it was called soothing. And when I found out that they were changing the name to exfoliating because it had an ingredient in it that does exfoliate, I was like, no way. It doesn't feel like any other exfoliating one I've ever tried. So if you haven't tried it, it's so good. It really is.
It really, really is. Yeah, I love that. I love the exfoliating one. I use it all the time and it's just it's amazing how that
papaya extract just does the exfoliating without anything else that I've ever used that feels like you're rubbing sand on your face. All right.
And here's the opposite. Smooth operator.
I know. All right.
Sorry,
So
go ahead,
Smooth
Kim.
Operator is going to target your wrinkles. This might be a really popular one too. I don't know now that we're going through these. So the Smooth Operator has your velvety cream. It has your number 9, which is the wrinkles. And then it also has your hyaluronic acid, which is the plumping serum. And don't forget that that hyaluronic acid needs to be put on moist skin. So yes, such good stuff. Love it.
Damn. Damn.
Damn. If you don't like that M word.
Sorry.
Now that
Okay.
let's get rid of those. Oh, so you're switching from hydration to wrinkles. Well, and when you're doing the focusing on the wrinkles, you guys, it is a really double blessing because it doesn't come with your cleanser, but you get the hyaluronic acid, which will help with hydration as well as number 9.
Okay, next we've got the tanning, the golden standard with our special number 8 tanning drops. So it's got we're actually not sure which cleanser it's going to come with.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So yeah, this
Go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're not sure. It
What's
said
right,
like
what's
it told us
wrong?
purifying, but we think it's supposed to be exfoliating after talking to Joanna. So you'll get a cleanser of some kind, which is great.
It'll be a surprise.
And a base cream. Is that the velvety base cream? And of course, number 8,
It's
the
the
tanner.
smooth cream. The
Smooth cream. Okay. Yeah, I need to learn these. So the number 8, though, that would be one I would not recommend that your customers start with 9 drops. All of the other people or all of the other drops, I would say, telling them 9 drops to focus on that one thing is fine. But with number 8, I think they might end up looking like a pumpkin if they start with 9 drops. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it myself, but just
Anita, when you first did yours, you started with 4, right?
Yeah, Fred
And it
told
was
me to do
good.
9. Yeah, 4 was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 was good for you.
Kelly, the other one that they might not want to go all in on is the sensitivity one. And even if they're really afraid they have sensitive skin, to test it here first, but maybe
point.
gradually move into more of the drops. We should have called this gobble gobble.
Gobble. No more wobbly gobbly.
Yeah.
We could do that at Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have
Peace
another
out, wobble
special.
gobble.
That's our
Peace
Black
out.
Friday special.
Yeah.
Black
Peace out,
Friday
wobble
special.
gobble. This is the other one that I did a graphic for before we were talking bundles was this bundle, and I think that this one's going to sell pretty well too because
I
it
do
really
too.
is something that so many people are self-conscious about and really targets.
You're right. You're right. It really will with the
Gobble.
6 and 7 for the firmness. And even if you guys have your full kit, I've gotten a little bit lazy, but if you just do 6 and 7 here with your base and then do whatever else you want here, you can do that as well. And even we learned on the call today, Tony, you had asked, but like you asked about using your in-lab. But then you also had acne you wanted to work on. So she said you can use your in-lab and then like an hour later, go in and layer on your acne and it's okay.
So in lab first, I missed the first couple minutes and I was like, that was my question. So for you guys, the pioneers are working very hard, very, very hard. And my stress acne might have come out a little bit. And so I've a couple spots and I wanted to know like acne is obviously not I shouldn't say obviously. Acne is not something that's in my in lab, but my daughter has her number 10 right on the counter. So I was like, well, what if I just use a little bit of her number 10 where I need to, but then I still want my all over in lab. So I'm glad that she said yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And I also just do some extra wrinkle stuff here.
Uh-huh.
Like,
So yeah,
I
make
get my wrinkles here.
the WTF lines. Do you want me to stop sharing?
And this one is a different price. This one is, oh crud.
$89.95. or 69. I don't know.
I opened the wrong thing. Who knows? It's a little bit more. It's different.
And
It's
now,
gonna be a surprise.
yeah, not all of these are on the website quite yet.
I
Right.
think this one might be a slightly different price too. I think this one is $10 more because the serum is $10 more. And I think this one is $20 more because it includes the, but I'm not 100%.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Yeah.
WTF lines. Who called them that?
Tony.
Funny. Oh, Tony too. I
I'll
always
tell a
called it-
really, really quick story and then I'll let you guys finish your meeting and I'll go. But I have a friend who used to get Botox and she was like, when I can't make that face at my husband, our relationship is just better. So Botox is actually good for our marriage. If you can't make that like
That's hilarious.
That's great.
I always called it my mommy scowl. I was really good at the faces because my mom would just give me a face and I would
Oh, yep.
stop.
Mine
But
too.
I tried that with my kids before they learned what the face or the look was. And so then I just got the look back. It didn't,
They're
it
like,
didn't work for me.
what, mom?
Yeah,
What?
it didn't. Well, they
And
were
then
like,
they say it out loud, and you're like,
no, they were
read
like
it.
two. He was
Read
like
the room.
two getting the look.
Okay, I've got the
So-
prices. We can go over the prices. So all of the bundles that are a cleanser, a base, and an active, those are all $59.95 USD and are valued at $64.80. And then we've got the wrinkle bundle, which is the what's the name?
Smooth operator.
Thank you, Smooth Operator. That one is $69.95 with a value of $80.90. And then the firmness bundle is $89.90 and the value is $109. So there are savings on all of that. Plus, did you see if you have a brand new customer, you can give them a code to get 10% off their first order and they can put that on top of the bundle. So we were talking earlier today about one of the ways that we should be marketing this right now is that you might have those people that have told you, well, you're not really sure if they want to spend that kind of money on skincare right now, or they're unsure. Here we've got a discounted bundle plus a discounted code that you can give them. So this is the time to try it.
Mhm. Until June 15th.
or while supplies last,
Yes.
which will hopefully be.
Which will hopefully be through June 15th. I mean, unless we sell way too much of these bundles, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you guys finish your meeting, okay?
Thank you,
Bye,
Tony.
Tony.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, let's go over some of the other things because that's not all the announcements, right?
Yeah, so the next thing we have is the Spring Glow Up Challenge, which has to do with your selling of your own personal volume from May 15th through June 15th. So that counts towards some exciting cumulative rewards, cumulative up through the first 3 levels. So if you sell, is everybody on this call in the US? Think.
Yeah, we have to convert to Canadian. We don't have the numbers for Canadian.
We do. They're in here.
Okay, yeah.
They're in the
Just
email.
kidding.
Yes.
Even
okay.
Euros are in there.
Yes. So level 1, if you get $500 in sales, US in May 15th through June 15th, you will earn yourself an Abby hat. Level 2, if you reach level 2, which is $625 US, you will earn yourself the Abby hat and an Abby mug. If you get to level 3, which is $2,000, then you're going to get the Abby hat, Abby mug, and the AirPods Pro. If you get to 5,000, then you're going to earn the Apple iPad. So starting at level 4, it's no longer cumulative. And then level 5 is 8,500 in US, and then you get yourself a MacBook, which is super exciting. So yeah, so your personal orders, your customer orders, your personal enrollment orders, and then when the affiliate and influencer orders come out next week, hopefully, that those will also count toward any of those numbers for you.
Like
Woohoo!
my plan, if we're thinking brainstorming on how to get some of these, if you enroll a new ambassador who buys the machine kit or a mirror or both, that's some big volume right there. So
Yeah.
it's also a good time to enroll.
Yeah, you've almost gotten to, you're like super close to level 3 just with that. Or
Yeah.
if yourself and anybody who has been maybe thinking about purchasing the mirror for themselves and maybe you haven't and you decided maybe you want to do that. We have, I think everybody on here has been in probably since the beginning. And so, yes, the mirror does count. And that will be for, if you get that by the end of May, then that would be $14.90 toward the whole thing.
Yeah. And so when you think about it too, so you think $500. So if you were selling the normal bundle, your cleanser, I just have my whole event kit right here. So your cleanser, your gosh darn it, hyaluronic acid, and your in lab, like that's 120, right? So you need 5 of those to hit that first level. Or yeah, just on average. And so the bundles though, they're about half that. So you'll need to sell 10 of those new bundles that just came out at a discount plus a 10% off. So we'll have to do the math there, but just break it down by how many customers you need to sell to, and that will help. And it helps you, and you'll also be hitting, if you can hit it all in 1 month, then it will one calendar month, all in May or all in June or both. You'll hit your jump starts too. And they're called Abby Accelerate.
Yeah, don't forget Abby Accelerate for those of you that started in the beginning, which I think everybody probably here did. We're looking at go all the way through May for your first 500. So everything that you did March, April, May goes toward your first month of Abby Accelerate. So you'll get your product credit. Was it $50 product credit? I don't remember. Yeah.
Yes.
And it does increase. And one thing we need to remember, and Tony talked about this a lot on her live, and I kind of forgot about this from my old life of skincare and auto ships. But you guys, we don't need, like, you're going to get your good core customer group. And at some time we'll have to sit and do math and play with some numbers and see, okay, if you want this to be your income per month with your Abby product, then how many auto ship clients do you need to have? And then of course have a few extra in case, for when they skip, because they are going to skip at some point. But it's a really good thing to look at. And then of course, growing your team will just add money on top of your minimum that you want per month with Abby. So it is having something so consumable, like, and they're going to be addicted to this. As you all know, have you met someone yet that doesn't like it?
I haven't.
I haven't either. And so once you get that flow going of getting your auto ship customers, these numbers are going to be easier for you to hit as well.
For the kits and the machine and the mirror, I feel like we need to double check where that volume goes. If it goes with the enroller
Right.
or the person that signs up.
I know that. Yeah.
We will find out and get back to you. Okay, so real quick, we decided that we are going to announce this. It's not going to start until the 26th, 27th. We are going to.
Vacation?
What's that?
I asked Kim when she's going on her trip.
Yeah.
The 29th?
Yes.
Then it
I think-
starts the 27th, I think. Anyway.
The 26th or 27th.
What month is it?
I'm
Yes,
probably wrong.
27th, I think it was. 27th is when we talked about, I
Just
think.
2 days before your trip.
Yep.
Through the 30th, or 31st-ish, we are going to be having a party. We're not sure what we're calling it yet, but it's for those of you that have ever participated in a mega party, it's going to be a like that, but we're not going to call it a
Similar.
mega.
It's the non-mega party. It's a summer.
Survival
Soiree.
soiree. Yeah, something like that. Okay.
We
But
just named it Summer Survival Soiree.
but we didn't want to have you selling to all your customers this week and then have the party start, later. So your orders from today through, I think, the 31st will count towards the soiree or whatever the heck it's going to be called. So be thinking about who you might want to invite to this party, and just know any sales you make of these bundles starting tomorrow will count. So you don't have to hold back or wait on selling. Like, let's go.
And this is not going to be in a separate group. It's going to be held in Abby in Action, our group, that you all probably are all a part of. So it's going to be held there, so that if you can get your customers in there, that is the best way to have them as a part of it. As
There-
far as when you're going to have the graphics for the bundles, we hope very soon, like as you could see, we were literally working on them right before we got on the call with you. So hopefully we'll have those. We will definitely drop those in the Power Collective for you as soon as we have them done and approved.
Okay, we can stop talking for a minute.
Tell us
Anybody,
what's going on?
yeah, have any questions or want to chat?
Should we go back to the non-mega party? Because there will be a small buy-in for our ambassadors, right?
I think we were
Um,
thinking like
$5.
$5.
small. Yeah.
Small. We just obviously want to have some really good prizes. We talked about doing, like, if we get enough participation, a grill or fire pits, maybe towels, things that are kind of summery, kicking off summer stuff. So obviously the more participation we have, the better prizes we can give away. And all of us pioneers are starting off just like you. So as much as we'd love to be like, we'll just pay for all of them, we're just not in a place to do that quite yet. So we appreciate, everybody being able to contribute a little bit to those prizes.
So yeah, and we'll work on getting some verbiage together on how to invite people to the group, and share that with you guys. So yeah, because I know that's something that some people struggle with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can invite out. So do you guys have any questions so far about what we just shared with the bundles and the prizes?
So quiet.
I know. And so, and there's some strategy, I guess, to it, or what approach are you going to take? Are you gonna um have someone do their skin analysis, or someone who's already done their skin analysis and hasn't taken the plunge to order yet? First off, you can tell them there's a 10% discount code, and then try to sell them the in lab and the cleanser. Try to sell them the trio. Like, don't go right for, to me, I'm like, I personally, I don't know how my approach is going to be, but I would still try to go for the in lab with the coupon code. And then if they don't want that, then offer them, say, well, we do have individual bundles that will target just one area. That's what I think, because why deprive them of a bigger kit at 10% off or bigger package at 10% off just going right towards the little mini bundles.
You might
And
be
that 10% off is also usable on their kits if they join.
Oh.
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Oh,
Email.
I know.
It's on the
Hello.
box, ages 5 and up. Yeah.
wow. Well, and I'm thinking about some of these bundles because people might say, well, I'm going to do a scan and it's going to tell me my three things, but this bundle doesn't match that. But obviously, like I know for my daughter, okay, the acne is a big thing. That's just an easy bundle for her. But I'm almost wondering, like that firming bundle, I'd almost suggest, okay, get your in lab and buy the firming bundle to work on your neck and décolleté. Is that how you say it? Décolleté?
Décolleté. Yep.
Décolleté. Oh, so close.
Yep.
Décolleté.
Décolleté.
Okay.
Yep.
To work on the chest.
We're working on our French, y'all.
But like when somebody said that was really smart, that your face might need something different than your neck and your chest. And so if you're working on those things, you can have something going on with your face and have a totally separate dropper system or in lab that you just want to use on your neck. So, I mean, I think it could be a good upsell, not just a single sell.
I love that. And as Jenna said, it's a great way to get the second cleanser too. So you can look at what's in the mini bundle, mini package, or it's a bundle because there's a discount. Look at the mini bundle and then, change the cleanser. We are finding out, you guys, it's definitely important to like go back and watch Joanna's call from last week if you're confused about the cleansers, because we've brought this to their attention, but we are finding out that with your cleansers, it's always recommending purifying on the scan.
Yeah, we think it is.
We think it is, and we think it's because of there's just some complication, confusion because we changed the name from soothing cleanser to exfoliating cleanser, which more describes it because of the papaya extract. But we feel like there might be a little glitch there. So, just know your client, know like if it's a younger skin, and in my opinion, and you guys may disagree, but if it's younger skin or oily skin or large pores, I recommend purifying. Otherwise, I recommend exfoliating. And the
Yeah.
exfoliating is not too harsh on your skin. Just only let it sit like 3 times a week.
Yeah. I use mine every single day and I love it. I love
And
it,
I
love it.
have one in the shower and one that I use. So I use the one in my shower, the purifying. I keep that one in the shower because I use that less, but I still like it and feel like, I don't know. And there's certain hormonal times of the month where I feel like I need the purifying versus the exfoliating. So it is nice to have them both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Jen does like the opposite of me. So yeah, I mean,
I'm
I
doing
think
what
it is
Kelly's
good to
doing,
have them both. Yeah.
and I don't know why, but
Yeah. I mean, and that's the beauty of
whichever
it. Like
one ended
today,
up in my shower, that's how I chose, just
well,
grabbed it.
today Joanna spent a good amount of time talking about how it is like there really is no right or wrong to this. And I know those of us that are so type A, we want somebody to give us a rundown. Use this, then use this, then use this, then use this. But honestly, you really can't go wrong with any of it anytime. And she's like, just use it as your moment. And it was like, it was so crazy. Like some of us were like getting emotional listening to her talk today. It's like, oh my gosh, like I need a moment. I need a moment, but like really, and it really is something that you can just, it's just for you. It's just your moment and you can't go wrong with whatever you're using. And so it's really important for us to kind of remember that and try really hard not to get super caught up in a regimen or a
Yes,
routine.
what we call a journey. It's your skincare journey. So someone said something here thinking about your more budget friendly people. Absolutely.
That's what I'm doing too.
I wouldn't assume, unless they've told you what their budget is, I wouldn't assume their I wouldn't make what do I want to say? I would not assume
Not
what they want.
prejudge. Don't
I wouldn't
prejudge.
judge what they want to spend on a regimen. Let them on a journey. Let them make their choice, and give them options. Like you could even say, this is option one, this is option two, and this is option three, all are 10% off, or the most expensive is the Fresh Active, the whole 3-step process. So I would say option one, two, our hero product is option number two, and then option number three is this great bundle that's limited time. So
Here's where I was going to show you where it's at right here. If you click on catalog, this is in your back office and you go to bundles. So they need to fix them. I wouldn't order anything tonight. I wouldn't trust it tonight. Wait till it's there. But this is where you would find it. Let's just see what happens. View cart.
And while Kelly's showing you that, to go back to what I was just saying, I did a live a couple days ago, Tuesday, for Taco Tuesday, and I talked about questions to ask your potential customers, to be curious about what they do. It's like, and oh my gosh, that first one that I ask is, what are you using your current skincare product for? And then if they say, well, they're dry or they're wrinkles or they're spots, and then you can say, well, I have this mini bundle, or if you want to get, or you can start there and go up, whatever your approach is. But, when you ask those clarifying questions, just being curious with what they're used to doing, you can also get an idea on how much they may be willing to spend.
And if you go to here, I'll use my mom. Here's another thing where you can, if they're like, well, you tell me what bundle, like if they do a scan and then you're asking them, or you're trying to figure out a bundle that goes with it, you can take a look at their scan here. So, yeah, there's all this stuff. I think like for this, I would recommend obviously probably the Defy Gravity or the Smooth Operator to her. So you can look at their scan to kind of get an idea. And if you guys didn't see before, another really cool thing is within actual orders. Like here, I'll just show Kristen, probably won't mind.
Go to mine too. I just did an in-lab.
So it's very cool. Okay, this is still in French.
Why?
I don't know.
Mine is not.
Let me do a different one. If you want to send somebody their, okay, let's say somebody's in their cart. Look, I think corporate is playing with my stuff. Here, okay, I'm going to go back to my mom. Here is I don't know if you guys can see, but right here it says link to cart. If you haven't seen this yet, you can, if somebody does a scan and they don't check out, you can send them this code and just click copy the code. If you want to send them back to their full cart, which will show them their scan results. Or if they're like, I didn't pay, I didn't check out, but that's what I want, I just want to pay, then you can send them the link to pay. And so like my aunt the other day, she didn't check out and I was able to just come right here, send her the code, text her this code, and she was able to just go to checkout. So just know that that is there for you, and it's kind of small and hard to find, but it's already come in handy for me this week.
It's a great tool. And even if you're at an event and they're scanning and you have a mirror, but they didn't get the QR code, just share that link with them.
Yeah. We don't have to stay on long. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys being on.
Yeah.
And as we digest this information a little bit more, and you start playing around and reaching out to customers, you might have some more ideas, different approaches on how you want to go about it. And we can share stuff and ideas in the Power Collective too.
And there's a couple more announcements coming. Obviously, we know the conference announcement is going to be coming soon. I have a feeling maybe tomorrow. I hope tomorrow. And then also there's another little thing coming, which I'm just not sure if we can share yet, but another fun thing that is going to make it a little bit easier for getting your customers to potentially join as an ambassador. So stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good
Yay.
stuff. Lots of good stuff.
Good stuff coming, good stuff. And yes, we will definitely get conference information. We know that everybody is anxiously awaiting, and we know that people want to plan. And we will definitely, you'll be the first to know as soon as we can share all of that information. Very excited to know too.
Corporate wants to actually have the reservation, I think, before they say this
That makes
place,
sense.
this date, and then we'll be like, oh, we couldn't get a hotel there. Just kidding. So that's the holdup. If you're like, why don't they just tell us? That's the holdup. So, all right.
Okay. Oh,
Have a good rest of your evening.
fun.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys.